I believe we all have been wounded by our sins in one way or another. At times, it's what we only think about. And they say that human beings focus on the negative things about themselves more than the positive things. And one of the negative things about ourselves usually is our sins. They're what bother our souls. And they are one of the reasons why we move toward Christ. And the first remedies that Christ gave to his church were the sacraments, especially baptism, the Eucharist, and confession. And these are the mysteries of God where St. Paul came to the first communities in weakness, fear, and trembling. And through the sacraments, there's this demonstration of the power and spirit of God, where God truly sanctifies us through the sacraments, and depending on our disposition, it is felt and changes our lives. It changes the direction of our life toward holiness, justice, and godliness. And usually this is gradual, but sometimes there's a drastic change in people's lives. For St. Paul mentions, "For I resolved to know nothing while I was with you but Jesus Christ and him crucified." And he says this because the power and sanctifying power of God lies in Jesus Christ and him crucified. A few years back, the bishop mentioned that a crucifix should be in the back behind the altar in every church. And this is the reason, so that we focus on his passion, which is the remedy for our sins. St. Bernard mentions, "Surely the man who said my sin was too great to merit pardon was wrong. Through these sacred wounds we can see the secret of his heart, the great mystery of love, the sincerity of his mercy, with which he visits us from on high." In this way, we are drawn to the saving power of Christ and the mysteries of how we're being saved. But today we learn about another remedy, and this is charity. For all sin is a disordered love of ourselves, and sometimes you may think, how can I make restitution for all of my sins? In our recognition of his passion for us and mercy upon us, to be healed, we must go out and bind the wounds of others. Not simply as a doctor, but as a normal person in society who does not negate the poor or needy, especially those in their immediate family, but runs to them to revive their soul, to help them realize God has not abandoned them. Then you will see on their face the joy you seek and the healing that you desire from on high. For holiness is relational, communal, a heart leaning on a heart, one that does not despise the lowly as if one is on high, is not closed in on oneself, but after taking care of one's own needs, which we all should, it looks out to see where it can contribute. The holy person looks out in their compassion and concern and says, "Where can I turn my face and not my back on my own?"